Hello everybody, this is Syncursus here, and I have finally just gotten the materials I needed to make my ARC video. So this is a quick map running, T9 Magic Monsters Extra Damage. I'll go over my build as I'm running the map. I have killed Atziri on this build 5 times now. That was all yesterday. I was waiting until I got a 5 link to do that. So, if you had seen my YouTube video about how I was planning to do my ARC build, this build is quite different than that. I decided to go crit. I didn't like my damage non-crit, so I decided to drop that, you know. My tooltip with ARC itself is, I'm sorry, I forgot something that's important. I was running Atziri and had the wrong Foss cup. Once I get my power charges, I'll show you what my DPS is with actual ARC. But it's over 45,000 now. And the single target Storm Call for Atziri is almost 100k DPS. So I'm at 46,700 DPS with ARC. And if you know about ARC DPS, it's misleading. ARC DPS is actually quite a bit higher. You have 4 things that aren't actually counted in my DPS, right? You have the obvious ones: shock chance, my lightning pin. It's easily double my base damage, so it's making my damage effectively around 90k. And you also have Assassin's Mark on bosses. There's quite a bit of damage too, because it's a more crit multiplier. So, effectively against bosses, it goes up quite a bit. But even if I don't include that, I'm still at about 90k, about 100k DPS. When you include my shock. Wow, I got stunned right there. Where's the Guardian? Mob. There you go. I'll pick the stuff up later. And then the last thing is the doubling back of ARC. ARC will hit the same target more than once. I was actually doing some calculations when I was trying to go to bed the other night. And not 100% sure if my calculations are right, I never double checked, but if you're against shooting 4 mobs, you have a, I believe it was an 88% chance of hitting the first mob you hit twice, and you have like a 17% chance of hitting him 3 times. So there's quite a bit of doubling back. Everybody always complains about the single target of ARC, but as you can see, it's not bad. Not bad by any means. Especially if you're crit, you know. I mean, that guy was by himself at the end there, and I like 4-hit him. And that's a tanky mob. If you've done some mapping, you know that that's a really tanky boss right there. I'll leave those on to do after I finish this up. Although I am going to fill my inventory up because I don't want to waste portals now that I know there's a zone in here. I'm using a Calm's Heart, so that's why my health is so high. Also why I don't actually have a single target. Staff took over 400 fusings to 4 link. 6 link. Wow. Took over 400 fusings to 5 link. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and call this good for here. You don't need to see me full finish clearing the map. Alright. So, let's take a quick look at my gear. There's a few things that are actually kind of important. First of all, let me dump all this stuff somewhere and empty my inventory. Okay. So I'm currently using this helmet. It's just life and tri-res, or dual res, actually. I'm probably going to swap to this helmet. I just need to make sure my reses are in order. It has mana on it, which is nice. And actually, I believe it has more life, too. Anyway, but besides that, I have a high-rolled Pledge of Hands. My links are Arc. In the order that's important, it's Arc, and then Faster Casting, Lightning Pin, Controlled Destruction. I still use Controlled Destruction even though I'm crit. The DPS that gives me is huge. I mean, that's such a huge DPS boost, it doesn't even matter. And then I threw an added Lightning as my last link, and that's still a pretty large DPS boost as well. And then after that, I have a Calm's Heart on, +1 gems. Calm's Heart. And then I'm running on mana now. At one point, I was using that series Foible to manage my mana regen. But I was able to get some jewelry that did something very similar. Mana regen, mana regen. So I needed to get these in order to do that, and was able to allow me to run this Beastly Amulet that I had drop. Huge crit chance and crit multi. Besides that, I have pretty basic gloves, decent gloves, pretty basic boots. Could get much better boots than that, but whatever. And then just a high life belt. Nothing special here. And flasks aren't anything special. I'm using a Quicksilver because I don't have high movement speed boots, pretty much. I just got this in one of my Azuri runs. Now, if we look at my tree, you'll see it's a little bit sprawling. But I start Witch. If you need more mana regen, you can spec these 5 nodes instead of these 5 nodes. It's not really that big of a difference. But it's pretty similar, pretty expected. Grab Heart of Thunder. I'll be grabbing jewel sockets as I can. I'm adjacent to 3 of them. I'll be picking them all up, actually 4 of them, at some point. I am using a staff, so I use Serpent Stance. Grab the crit along the way. Serpent Stance is global crit chance. These are all global crit, so it's not with just stabs. It's all global crit chance. And as much life as I can. I have to grab a Righteous Decree right now to deal with mana. If I get a bit more mana, I might be able to drop that. I still have to have Deep Thoughts once I got to my 5 link as well. Picking up this life. It's pretty simple. I grab all the spell crit that you can realistically grab on this build. A little bit of mana regen, a little bit of mana, nothing too extravagant. And as much life as I can. I think I have like a 170 life or something. I expect this build to hit something like 60, 500 life by the time it's done. I mean, I can get a good amount more on my belt. My boots can get a lot more. And I don't know if I'll ever upgrade these pieces of gear, just because they have everything I need on them. But I could possibly upgrade an amulet. But and then jewel sockets. I want % health on all my jewel sockets because I have a Calm's Heart, so that'll give me a lot of health too. And I'm 87 as the moment stands, so I don't have too much more to talk about. I will upload an Azuri kill. It was not deathless, but it showed that even though I was crappy at Azuri, I was still able to kill her pretty simply. I just wanted to get this video out because I was planning on making this video like 5 days ago, but I couldn't link my staff, and then I had to go out of town. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll upload a few more videos on this build as it matures a bit more. I plan on playing this build for quite a bit more. I haven't gotten everything I want. I still want a 6 link. Right. Maybe I can get some type of crit gloves, but I'll probably just keep these as they are. But in general, I'd rather keep rares than uniques. My crit chance is almost 40% with power charges up, which is about as much as I could have hoped for. Mostly that's just because the Amulet's so amazing and giving me like 77 crit chance. And besides that, I don't have a whole lot of things that I really want. I'd like to get Skyforth boots if I can. If I got Skyforth boots, that means I can drop Assassin's Mark and instead use either Poachers or Warlords. So I either get Endurance charges or Frenzy charges. Frenzy Charges, of course, is 12% more and 12% cast speed. So I'll probably do that if I can get Skyforth boots, which give you a lot of, or give you power charges for free. And it also would make my stun threshold based on over 12,000 life. So that's kind of insane. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you next time.